Hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to talk about how to start the healthier lifestyle with ADHD, and I know there's gonna be a lot of challenges to do something like that. I will explain why. I will break down the video in 3 parts. The first part is going to explain why ADHD is so challenging for us, especially if you are trying to start a healthier lifestyle. The second part would be the mentality that we need in order to be able to achieve that goal. And the third part is going to talk about how to take actions. I'm so excited to share this video with you guys. I've put so much energy and thoughts and research into this video that I really hope to God that you guys find it really useful. If you don't have time to sit down and really listen to the entire video, I would really suggest put on your headphones, listen to this video while you're cooking, if you're doing cardio, while you're doing something else. Make sure you pay attention. You don't have to take notes, but these are some notes that you want to actually pay attention to regularly. So listen to it now, listen to it whenever you need that little bit of a dose of motivation to get you started and get you going to achieve your healthier lifestyle.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go! By the way, if you guys are new here, my name is Sepi and my channel is all about healthy, sustainable weight loss. I've lost over 50 pounds despite my ADHD and I've been able to keep it off. My passion is sharing all of my secret knowledge and research with you guys on this channel. So if that's something you're into, make sure you give this video a thumbs up first and subscribe to my channel, because not only it motivates me every single day seeing you guys subscribe to my channel, but also it helps me reach more people. So don't forget to do that, please. Thank you so much, and let's get started with the video. So as I promised, the first part of the video is going to talk about why ADHD is making it very challenging for us to achieve a healthier lifestyle. So the first thing, as I talked about in my other videos, is that we lack neurotransmitters. Dopamine gets flushed out of our system so quickly we don't get to experience the good feeling of it. Therefore, we search for dopamine in very different things. It could be food, it could be drugs, it could be fun things, exciting things, starting new projects. But in this video, we're going to talk about how we like to start eating a lot of unhealthy food. The second thing, something they call it executive function deficit, it makes it really hard for us to stick to projects and tasks. Therefore, if the task is to sticking to a healthier lifestyle, we are going to have problems with that. Now, the third thing is that we are very impulsive. It makes us act on ideas very fast. It makes us very great entrepreneurs. But if the idea is to inhale a whole Nutella jar, which I have done before, then we will inhale that Nutella jar. Therefore, it will make it hard for us, especially if we have the habit of consuming junk food or having a lot of carbs and sugar. Then when we think about it, as soon as we think about it, we're going to act on it on impulse and we're going to want to do it. The fourth one I wanted to mention in this video is that we have very poor introspective awareness, that we don't know what's going on inside of our bodies. For example, if we get distracted with doing a task, playing a video game or something else that we're doing at home or outside, we forget to eat. We can also forget to drink. So if that goes on for a long time and we're not eating and we're staying hungry, all of a sudden the only thing our body is going to crave is bad food, junk food, and fast carbs. Therefore, that's another reason that's going to make it harder for us to stick to a healthier lifestyle. So these were my top favorite ADHD excuses. Now, as you mentioned, I said that it's going to make it harder for us to lose weight. I've lost weight. I've lost over 50 pounds. It wasn't impossible. It's going to be a little harder, but it's not impossible. You can definitely do it. So don't ever use that as an excuse. Don't ever think that there's something that's going to stop you from reaching your dreams or becoming a healthier person. Every human has the right to experience a healthy feeling in their body and mind, and don't ever let anything stop you from achieving that. Let's get started with the next part of the video, which I'm going to talk about the mentality you need going into this. So the first and most important thing, and the reason I put it in the beginning of the video, just in case if you stopped watching this video later, is vision. If you don't have a vision, you're not going to get anywhere. A vision is a manifestation technique that you could use to your advantage to achieve the goal that you want. If you can visualize yourself as a healthier person and you can feel and really sense how that person feels, how she lives or he lives every single day, then that vision has a chance of becoming a reality. If you don't have that vision, it's really, really hard to follow up with your actions. I will give you a little personal experience here. When I was in my 20s, I had a specific vision to make my body like Paige Hathaway. She was my idol. I wanted to exactly look like her. So I did her exercises, I posted her pictures on my wall, I had it on my phone. I would look at it every single day, and in my head, I'm like, I'm going to look like her. And honestly, when I look back right now and I see how my body has changed through different times, from when I started till when I was training, when I started taking training a lot more seriously, I had this vision in my head. And even though my body didn't end up being exactly like her, our bodies are all different, we have different body types, you know, we work out differently, we have different coaches, we have different goals sometimes in terms of our food and our social life, but at the end of the day, the body shape that I was looking for is kind of similar to what I was chasing. Similarly, right now I have a vision that is very, very important to me. I have a specific body type that I'm looking for. I want to be healthy, I want to be agile, I want to be very mobile. So all of these things that I'm chasing for, and I have a specific person in my mind that I'm really shy to kind of share here. Maybe I will share it with you guys later, but I want to look like her, I want to be like her, and I want to eat like her, I want to work out like her, I want to have her stamina. So that's what I'm chasing. So having a vision for yourself, especially as a person who has ADHD, will keep you very focused, and you will be reminded of your goal constantly, and it will really help you with your ADHD because it will help you stay focused on that specific goal. Now I want to talk about meditation. Meditation is crucial to us with ADHD because we are energetic individuals. It's very hard for us to really sit down and focus on something, especially if you want to focus on a specific vision that we talked about earlier. We need to be able to slow down our mind and breath, and meditation will give us that. Once you learn how to meditate, and I really encourage you to dig into it yourself and find your own path on how you want to meditate. I have shared my own experience on how I started my journey in this video. If you guys are looking for more, make sure you let me know in the comments. I'll be so happy to share more of my journey with you guys. But this is so important for you to really follow up and look into and see what suits you the best, because nothing will help you more than meditation to help you focus, and you can focus on, you know, becoming healthier. So I really recommend you guys look into it, and if you have any experiences of your own with meditation, please link it or comment below and let me know, because I would love to know about your journey as well. There's a research that I read about the effects of mindfulness meditation on people with ADHD, which was very successful. There were neuroimaging studies that they actually studied the brain of people that with ADHD, and they were thought meditation, and they kind of scanned their brain before and after, and they saw visible changes in their brain after they started meditating. There was also another small research which was very interesting on 4 8-year-old kids with ADHD. They were taught mindfulness meditation, and after that they saw a significant change in their behavior. They weren't as hyperactive anymore. It's very interesting to see how science is becoming a lot more interested nowadays in researching on how meditation affects people specifically with ADHD. I'm very happy and excited for more to come. So I wanted to kind of link meditation and vision together also before I move on to the rest of the video. Vision is something that you're looking for or something you need. For example, in this video, we're talking about visualizing ourselves, a healthier version of ourselves, correct? And then when we learn meditation, we learn to kind of slow down and focus on a specific thought. If you can focus on this vision 2 to 3 times a day very consciously, I can assure you guys it will happen. You will find yourself automatically taking actions that will lead you towards that vision. That's exactly what I did. I focused on Paige Hathaway, and automatically other things just kind of came. It was hard to take actions, you know, I had bad habits I had to get rid of. We're going to talk about that later. But in general, I was just very focused, and meditation really helped me focus on that specific goal. I read in another book by Joe Dispenza, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. There's a very interesting quote on there that he says, if we want to change some aspects of our reality, we have to think, feel, and act in new ways. We have to be different in terms of our responses to experience. We have to become someone else. So I truly believe if you actually think about your vision 2 to 3 times a day, focus on it, meditate on it, pray on it if you can, whatever you believe in, then your brain will automatically start creating new synapses to make sure you take action towards that vision. This has been proven. He talks about it in his book, and I'm very, very excited to be able to share that with you guys, and I hope this really makes sense. I will make future videos about that book specifically as a review, so you guys can, watch it and you don't have to read the whole book if you don't want to, but I definitely do recommend you buy it or listen to it on Audible. Now the next part of the video, I want to talk about our habits. We can visualize and meditate all we want, but if you have bad habits and we don't know how to create good ones, we're not going to get anywhere. I've summarized the book Atomic Habit for you guys in 2 short videos on how to make good habits and how to get rid of the bad ones. Make sure you watch that. It's very quick. It will teach you the specific techniques you can start using today. It's literally as easy as putting on your socks when you wake up to achieve your goals. So make sure you watch that and let me know what you think of it. Okay guys, so for the rest of this video, I'm going to talk about how to take actions. Now, the first action I want you to take is paying attention. Paying attention to how you feel every single day as you make changes to your diet, to your exercise routine, as you have your cheat meal. Paying attention and being conscious of everything that you're doing is going to make a huge difference. If you actually pay attention to how you feel about a certain food when you eat it or after you exercise, you don't really have to force yourself to exercise or to stop yourself from eating a certain food. It becomes a lot easier once you know how it makes you feel. Ice cream makes everyone feel the same. Right when you have it, you feel very happy, you're very excited. Even before it, you're just experiencing all these dopamine release in your brain. But as soon as you have it and it's done, you're going to feel bloated in your stomach, especially if you have over 1 scoop. You're going to be bloated and you're going to feel tired. The day after, you're going to be craving sugars. If you actually pay attention to how you feel after eating ice cream, you don't really have to stop yourself. If you keep eating ice cream every single day and pay attention to how you feel, and then don't have it for 2 days and pay attention to how you feel after, when you compare those 2 feelings, the choice is going to become easy. I'm not going to tell you what to do. No one has the right to tell you what to do with your life. It's your life, it's your decision and what you want to do. But what I want you to do is to be very conscious and focus on how you feel before and after the changes you make, especially after eating and after exercising. Now that we're talking about sugar and how it makes us feel, I wanted to talk about the second action I want you guys to take is to cut out sugar very gradually and slowly out of your life, especially if you have a bad relationship with it. As I said, I'm nobody to tell you how to live your life, but let's say if you've made a decision here together to become healthier, sugar is not a healthy addition to your diet at all. Especially if you have a bad relationship with it. I have sugar here and there. I would have a cookie, once or twice a week. But when I was actually transitioning into a lifestyle, I had to cut it out completely. It becomes really hard if you have sugar once a week, even because 2 or 3 days after, you're going to be craving sugar and you will find yourself consuming sugar. So you have to treat quitting sugar like an actual addiction. I'm not telling you to quit it cold turkey, like it doesn't work with drugs, it won't work with sugar. I'm telling you to cut it gradually, but it's something that you need to say goodbye to for a couple of years before you can actually start to find your healthier balance or healthier relationship with it. If you were anything like me that I was in the past, I would go on binges, I would have a whole jar of Nutella, I would have cookies, I would have candy bars. So if that's the type of relationship that you have, and I'm assuming a lot of people with ADHD, as for my experience, they do have that, I will tell them to, do the same thing. Cut it out for a long period of time and find your way back to it. So as I've talked about how I cut my sugar gradually in this video, the first thing I did is that I stopped buying my favorites, Nutella, Ferrero Rocher, Mars bars. Those things that I really liked, I stopped buying. I replaced it with sugary yogurt, other sugary snacks that I really didn't like much, and some stevia products. I wanted to get used to the taste of stevia because I didn't want to add sugar to my coffee or to my tea, so I knew I had to find a replacement. I hated the taste of stevia, but because I knew I could train my taste buds to start liking it, I started using it every single day. and now I'm fully used to it, and I really like the taste. I promise you guys, if you don't like stevia, take it from me, if you keep consuming it every single day, you will start to like it. But the trick is that you can't have sugar. If you have sugar, then your brain's gonna remember what sugar actually tastes like, so it's gonna keep tricking you to go back to sugar. You have to cut out sugar and then stick to stevia. So in terms of my diet, I knew those yogurts and the treats that I would make at home sometimes, they were very sugary and not good for myself. But I was really taking my time with this journey. I didn't want to cut everything out, because every time I cut out all the sugar and all the carbs from my life, I started going back to the same lifestyle. So this is what I want you to do, to kind of go gradually towards, you know, cutting everything out. Make sure if this is your goal, you download my free program from the link below. Hopefully it will kind of get you started. After you quit sugar, you can start that program and kind of go on a diet. But so little by little, once I made these changes, it took me 1.5 years, over 2 years, to be able to cut out the sugary snacks completely and not to crave them at all. I started paying more attention to how I felt, and that's when I started completely, you know, stop buying them at home. I would have it now when I go to a party, to a birthday, but before I had to completely cut it out because it really messed up my mind. So if that's something how you feel, don't worry, you're not alone. I've experienced this. If you have any questions, make sure you email me or send me a message. I will talk to you guys about it. Don't feel alone in this. You're not crazy. This is happening to a lot of people. So if that's the experience that you're having, don't be discouraged. Keep going. This is something that you have to struggle with for a long time until it's completely off your system. So in this part of the video, I want to talk about food. One of my biggest addiction, believe it or not, and let me know in the comments if you guys can relate to this, was to order food, Uber Eats, takeout. I would love to come home on a cold night. I live in Toronto, so it's very boring here. That's the fun that you kind of look forward to. I wanted to just order and get cozy and eat. Can you blame me, guys? It was the most fun I would have in a day when it was like -10, -20. We have nothing to do in Toronto, so that's what we usually look forward to. Process with food and getting healthier with your food is not a process to be rushed. You need to take your time. Don't rush into skipping and eating healthier. Going from ordering pizza to making chicken and broccoli at home. I've mentioned this. I sound like a broken record so many times in my videos. It's very important you guys don't do that. So my tips for you in the kitchen is to take charge of your own cooking and your grocery shopping. When you go grocery shopping, you never go hungry. Always stick to a grocery shopping list. Also, invest on some cookware, pots and instant pots, air fryers. These are some of my favorites. Always cook in bulk for 2 to 3 days in advance, and watch a lot of healthy cooking videos on YouTube. I have some of it myself if you guys want to check it out. Okay, so the next part I want to talk about exercising. This is something that you guys with ADHD will find it a lot easier than a normal person, because we crave dopamine and exercise will give us the dopamine. Also, if you want to start, make sure you don't start working out every single day. Make sure you make it a habit. Start very small. Start with something that you really like, and then kind of work your way up. I started with Zumba, weight training, and some of the classes at the gym, which I sucked at, but you know, it was what was available to me and I really liked it. So find what you like, do it once a week, then twice a week, and kind of increase that repetition as you go on. So with exercising, you want to start with something small, something that you like, and it's not too intimidating. I don't want you to create a bad relationship with exercise. You're gonna want to make yourself feel good when you exercise, not the opposite. So don't go for those crazy HIIT training that you see on YouTube. Start with Zumba like I did, or start with something really easy that you can actually get into. Start with once a week or twice a week and kind of increase it as you go on. You can't really go from not exercising into becoming an athlete overnight. Next, I want to talk about cheat meals. Cheat meals were my go-to when I was trying to lose weight. I'm going to be honest with you guys. The entire week I looked forward to that cheat meal that I was going to have. I got very creative with it. I used to have a burger and a fries or a pizza. Then I switched to a keto burger, which was a lettuce wrap burger, and then I stopped eating burgers, so it was tacos. I got very creative with my cheat meals. But one thing that is really important is to be always conscious, as we talked about earlier in this video. Be conscious about how it makes you feel after. If you are exercising the next day, are you energetic? Do you feel full? Are you more energized? Sometimes you have a cheat meal and it really works for you, gives you a lot of energy. So why not use that on your day before leg day, for example? As long as you're aware and conscious of those choices and you see how it's affecting your life and how it's helping you reach that vision, it's perfectly fine. So get creative with it and, you know, play with it as you go on with your journey, and let me know what's your favorite cheat meal in the comments if you haven't commented yet in the bottom. Thank you so much. So to summarize everything for you, and I wanted to add my secret at the end of this section, is to first make sure you have a clear vision of what you're trying to achieve. If it is weight loss, if you're becoming a healthier version of yourself, if it is abs, if it's looking great for your wedding day or for your cousin's wedding, whatever it is, it has to be a clear vision, and you need to think and meditate or pray on it 2 to 3 times a day in order for it to happen. So the next one is habits, how to get rid of the bad ones and how to create new ones. I have made 2 videos on this, and the best book that helps you do that is Atomic Habits by James Clear. Make sure you check that out. Then you have to make sure you pay attention to how you feel before and after performing those tasks, for example, exercising or eating a meal. Once you do pay attention to that, you will realize, and I promise you will, that you need to cut out sugar. So gradually focus on cutting out sugar completely from your diet. Then start investing on some cooking tools at home and start cooking at home. Hire a trainer, start exercising, put everything together and keep that vision, most importantly, very clear. Now my secret, which I promise I will share with you at the end of this section, is to stay consistent and never give up. Ups and downs will happen so many times, and it's happened for me over and over and over again. The key to that is to stay consistent and never give up. It's happened for me that I've been eating very clean for 6 months. I've lost so much weight. I'm so happy with myself. All of a sudden, for the next 3 months, I decide to have sugar and ice cream and, you know, pizza and burgers all together and go back to what I was before. It's happened to me many times, and I wanted to share that with you guys. So don't get discouraged. The key is to never give up. And I feel like with this video I'm sharing with you guys, the most 2 important things are not even actionable, is having that vision, very clear vision, and staying consistent with whatever you do. If you put all of these together, I promise ADHD or nothing else will stop you from achieving your goal of becoming healthier. I really hope that you guys love this video as much as I loved making it for you guys. Thank you so much for your help and support. I love seeing you guys subscribe to my channel every single day. It makes me so happy. Thank you for making me feel useful. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.